Certamente, aquí está tradução da história do Passat 81 de Ronildo para Engels, seguindo a estrutura de 10 capítulos e a sugestão de capa. The Broken Monocoque, The Odyssey of Ronildo's 81 Passat. Author, Ron Santos. Chapter 1, The Grey Dream of 2000. The year was 2000. Ronildo, in his early 20s with hard-earned money, dreamed of owning his first car. It didn't need to be new, but it had to be his. His passion settled on a classic, the Volkswagen Passat. After weeks of scouring newspaper classifieds, the ad appeared, Passat LS81, gray, impeccable, bargain price. The photo showed a car that looked like it had come straight out of a time machine. Ronildo called immediately, and a slippery voice full of smooth talk answered on the other end, Zé Ruela. Chapter 2, The Slick Talk of Zé Ruela. The meeting was set at a gas station. Zé Ruela, a man with a smile that didn't reach his eyes, began to spin his web. This Passat is a rocket, Ronildo. It was driven by an old man in the countryside. Engine is brand new, chassis is rock solid. I'm only selling because my wife forced me to buy a more modern car. He guaranteed the car was perfect, that it passed the inspection without a single issue, and that the only thing needed was replacing a worn tire. Ronildo, inexperienced and blinded by desire, barely looked underneath the vehicle. The price was great, the promises, even better. Chapter 3, The Signature and the Escape. The transaction was quick. Zé Ruela, suspiciously rushed, insisted on a handshake agreement and cash payment. As soon as Ronildo signed and handed over the wads of cash, Zé Ruela vanished, claiming an urgent emergency. Ronildo, now the owner of his 81 Passat, started the engine and felt a strange vibration. The steering seemed to have a mind of its own. He ignored it, blaming the excitement. It was his car. Chapter 4, The Tragedy on the Curve. On the way home, happiness turned into terror. While taking a sharper curve, Ronildo heard a loud, metallic, dry snap. The Passat seemed to be twisting. He stopped the car immediately. As he got out and crouched down, the street light revealed the horror. The monocoque was broken. Right at the B-pillar, the car's structural support was cracked, almost splitting the vehicle in two. Ronildo's Passat was, literally, a car broken in half. Chapter 5, The Vanished Scoundrel. Ronildo tried to call Zé Ruela. The phone was out of service. He called later, and the number no longer existed. The address Zé Ruela gave on the receipt was a vacant lot. The realization hit him. He had been the victim of a dirty scam, orchestrated by a villainous and dishonest seller. Zé Ruela not only sold an irreparable car but hid the most serious flaw possible in a vehicle. Ronildo felt the pain of lost money and the weight of humiliation. Chapter 6, The Fatal Diagnosis. The Passat was towed to SEU Manuel's workshop, an old-school body repairman. SEU Manuel examined the car and shook his head. My boy, this isn't just a break, it's a half-life. This car suffered a serious accident, was made up, and sold as whole. The guy just welded over it to deceive you. An 81 Passat with the monocoque like this, it's a total loss. Nobody drives a car that can fold in half over a speed bump. The diagnosis was a final blow to Ronildo's hope. Chapter 7, Anger Turns to Strength. Ronildo's sadness gave way to cold, determined anger. He refused to accept defeat. He wouldn't send the car to the junkyard or sell the parts, giving Zé Ruela an easy win. Ronildo faced the broken Passat as a symbol of injustice. He would do the impossible, restore the monocoque's integrity. He began studying chassis diagrams, frequenting junkyards, and researching heavy-duty bodywork. SEU Manuel, seeing the young man's determination, agreed to be his mentor. Chapter 8, The Steel Surgery. The monocoque restoration was a monumental project. Ronildo bought a section of the chassis from another wrecked Passat, but with the central structure intact. He and SEU Manuel spent months working, cutting, welding structural reinforcements, and microscopically adjusting the alignment. It was more than a repair. It was a vehicle reconstruction surgery. Each weld point was a victory over Zé Ruela's trickery. The Passat was reborn from the ashes, stronger and with a story few cars could tell. Chapter 9, The Renewed Passat. 2 years passed. Ronildo's gray 81 Passat, now with the body repainted and an adjusted engine, was, in fact, impeccable. But what truly mattered was the internal structure, strong and indestructible. Ronildo knew the truth of his car, and it was a shield, proof that honesty and persistence could overcome fraud. He drove his Passat with pride, knowing he had pulled a vehicle back from the brink of death. Chapter 10. Lessons from the Monocoque. The year was 2002. Ronildo never saw Zé Ruela again, but the memory of that scam taught him to be more cautious and never to give up on a goal. He learned that sometimes a broken start can lead to a more solid outcome. Ronildo's 81 Passat, nicknamed the Warrior by him, drove for many years, faithful and strong. The story of the car broken in half became a legend among his friends, always told with the same moral. In the end, honest work always rebuilds what the scoundrel tries to destroy. Cover suggestion. Title: The Broken Monocoque. Subtitle: The Odyssey of Ronildo's 81 Passat. Cover: Background: a dark gray asphalt road, slightly blurred, suggesting motion and time. Main image: a photo in sepia or black and white of a gray 81 Passat, or just the silhouette, with a subtle, almost imperceptible visual effect of a brake line on the side of the car, at the B-pillar, highlighted in a very soft red tone, like a scar. Author's name: Ron Santos, at the bottom, with a clean font. Title emphasis: the word broken can be in a font that simulates broken or cracked metal. Colors and feeling: shades of gray, black, and a touch of red to symbolize the fraud and the reconstruction. The style should evoke nostalgia for the 2000s and the resilience of old mechanics. Would you like me to write a book blurb or a brief summary for the back cover?